If you've noticed those vertical lines, chest wrinkles starting to creep across your chest, then you know they can add years to the look of your appearance. Problem is, most folks don't know the exact approach on how to address this issue of aging skin. So today we're talking dermatologist, esthetician-approved techniques that will work to repair and regenerate the skin on the chest, helping you to reverse sun damage, taking your chest from looking like this to this. All right, so let's dive right in. The main enemy when it comes to chest skin aging is accumulated sun damage. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is going to be about how to remove that sun damage and how to repair and regenerate healthier, younger looking skin in this area. And there are 4 things you need to remember when it comes to the skin of the chest. It pretty much applies anywhere on the body because skin is basically skin, but chest skin is a little bit thinner. There's not a lot of subcutaneous fat on the top of the chest underneath this middle area. So those 4 things are exfoliate, treat, hydrate, and protect. Now, when it comes to exfoliation of the skin, there are a lot of different ways you can do this. There are skin exfoliation pads like Buff Puffs, which are a really great tool that can be used daily, lightly, in the shower or in the tub. These sponges look like this. They're texturized, and when you move them across the skin lightly, they help to lift off old dead skin cells, revealing fresher, younger looking skin underneath. So they're not harsh. This is a very light way to do that process. So if you don't have a lot of discoloration and sun damage, something like this is going to work perfectly well. For deeper sun damage, you want to think body scrubs that are made from salt or sugar, used 2 to 3 times a week, that can go a little bit deeper to help lift off deeper layers of that skin, but being salt or sugar based, gentle enough that it won't cut or leave little marks on the skin. And if you do have a lot of discoloration from sun damage, a product like this, which is a turmeric brightening scrub made from sea salt, jojoba oil, and turmeric, along with grapeseed oil and almond oil. This is a really wonderful product. This one is by GloMelanin. It's a brand of skincare that specializes in people of darker skin types, using all natural ingredients like the ones I just mentioned. It's one of my favorite scrubs. 2 to 3 times per week is all you're going to need to do that to help remove some of that dead skin. And the reason we want to do that is as we get older, cellular turnover, the peeling process that happens on your skin microscopically, it's not something you really notice, not like a sunburn peeling or flakiness. The cells are supposed to dislodge and leave, but oftentimes, as we get older, as I said, they begin to stick to each other, building this sort of microscopic, crusty layer, keeps other products from penetrating and working well, and giving skin that dull, kind of crinkly, crepey look. And of course, you don't need to write any of the things I'm talking about down today in the video. As always, the links for these products that I am describing to you, showing to you, recommending you check out will all be down in the video description below the video itself. So now let's talk about treatments. When it comes to aging skin with discoloration and marks, you want to use some sort of product that's going to help manage melanin production, break up those pockets of melanin that create those brown spots, age spots, hyperpigmentation patches, giving your skin an overall even look. Now, fortunately, the type of products that do this are not expensive. This one by Good Molecules is a tranexamic acid-based discoloration serum. I talk about this one a lot on the channel. I use it myself on my arms and chest, and it helps improve the appearance of hyperpigmentation rather quickly. So as it's fading those old spots and marks, discoloration, and you're using the exfoliation process to remove those outer layers of skin, it's helping your skin manage its melanin production so it doesn't create new or reinforce the older brown patches and spots that you might already have. A product like this applied daily to treat these areas will give you some noticeable results within 2 to 4 weeks, and really from week 6 onward, most people begin to see a really visible difference in the look of their skin. Okay, and then there's this step, which is really important when it comes to treating the signs of aging in the skin, and that is to be able to replace the peptides, the enzymes, the amino acids that your skin needs for collagen building and cell regeneration. And as we get older, we produce less of them. So one more thing we lose as we get older, right? But the good news is you can apply these peptides, these amino acids, to the surface of the skin to help with that process, that regeneration process, and they can make a big, big difference in the thickness and the elasticity of skin just merely by applying them topically. One of the products I really like is by Beauty Pie. I've talked about this one before on the channel too. It's a spray peptide product with oligogonine, niacinamide, and a host of other peptides in this formulation. Simple to use. You just spray it on, massage it in, and you're done. You do this before you apply any type of moisturizer as your last step. And to talk about my own journey with keeping the area of my chest and neck looking good as I get older, now that I'm in my 60s, 61, I'll be 62 in March. Just finished a photo shoot, a shirtless photo shoot, and the photographer was amazed at how my skin looked overall. Talking about the very common thing that we see where someone's taken really good care of their facial skin but sort of let the neck and the chest go, and there's usually that big marked difference, especially as people get older like me. And I don't exhibit those signs of skin aging, so I'm really happy to be sharing this type of information with you guys today. So we've covered exfoliation and we've covered treatments. So let's talk about hydration, because it's super important to keep this area of the body, well, any area of the body, hydrated. Now, of course, one way to do that is to make sure you're getting enough water every day to keep your skin hydrated from the inside out. But we also want to trap as much moisture in this area as we can, which is going to help relax fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to help remove some of that crepey skin that tends to show up in this area. And of course, there are all sorts of preparations and night creams to help you do that. I like polyglutamic acid. It acts like hyaluronic acid by trapping moisture in the skin, pulling moisture from the air into the skin. But unlike hyaluronic acid, if you live in a dry climate, or as we're heading into wintertime months where the air is much drier, that dry air can actually activate those molecules in that hyaluronic acid and pull moisture out of the skin and into the air. So something like polyglutamic acid will give you the same hydration benefits without that issue. And again, polyglutamic acid, not an expensive moisturizer at all, but does a really superb job in keeping that area hydrated. So do things like cocoa butter, shea butter. All of those are really great emollients. They're going to work really well in this area. If, again, you have a lot of discoloration and a lot of sun damage, aging, visible photo aging on the chest, you might want to look at using a specially formulated cream as well that has tranexamic acid, turmeric, kojic acid, alpha-arbutin, or even licorice root. All of those ingredients going to be very helpful. And the GloMelanin brand that I just told you about that has the scrub also has a Magic Eraser Dark Spot Cream that has all of the ingredients I just listed in this formulation. And I love this formulation because it can be used day or night, both. It has an SPF, so it provides that protection factor if you're using it during the day while it works to fade dark marks and spots. And since it's such a rich cream formulation, it makes an excellent hydrator to use at night to help keep this area moist while it works on those spots, taking advantage of the overnight sleep repair cycle that your skin goes through every single evening. That product giving you several steps all in one. Now you can also use products like glycolic acid or lactic acid based products to help speed up that exfoliation process. An inexpensive glycolic acid that I like to use in my routine is this one. We've talked about it on the channel a million times. It's Alpha Skincare's 14% glycolic acid serum, water-based. Again, it's super inexpensive product that can do a lot of wonders when it comes to helping reveal newer, younger looking skin. That one, perfect to use on a daily basis when you're using an exfoliation sponge. That's a lighter, more gentle way to go about all of this, helping these other products that are working to lighten and even out skin tone work even better. So that's how we get skin to go from this to this in a relatively short period of time by exfoliation, treatment, hydration, and protection. And there's one bonus thing I want to add in this video because we're speaking specifically about the chest. Really the chest and the neck area right here. The way you sleep at night and the pillow that you use can make a really big difference, because I don't feel like I speak often enough about the benefits of one of these. While it's a long-term investment, they're not the cheapest thing in the world. I have 3 of them. What they do is help hold your neck and your chest even, no matter whether you sleep on your side where your face goes in here, or you sleep, or you're a back sleeper, or you're a tosser and turner like me. One of these pillows, this one's the Sleep and Glow pillow. This is the one I use. It's one of the best made sleep pillows out there. It helps hold your neck and shoulders even and aligned, no matter whether you're sleeping on your side or your back, keeping the middle of the chest from getting crinkled up and pushed together, because that creates dynamic wrinkles that should go away, but over time as we get older, they don't, and it leads to those creases, those vertical lines that begin to show up right here in the middle of the chest. And so while we're talking about reversing sun damage and giving the skin itself, the surface of the skin, a much more youthful look, definitely important to think about and focus on not creasing this area of the chest on an ongoing basis, because no matter how great we get the skin surface to look, you'll still have those vertical lines going up and down. Again, links to all of these things for you to go check them out yourself. Decide if there's something that you want to add to your skincare routine that might be helpful. If you decide to do any of these steps, please come back to this video. Let us know that you did them and how they worked for you. And for even more ways to roll back the clock on skin and body aging, be sure to check out this video that I picked out for you next. Thank you, as always, for watching my videos and sharing out my work. I really do appreciate you. That said, stay beautiful, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.